one thing she must never do, he said, was to get too close to that tree of life. This was not her business. So he kind of kept his earlier life away from him. He didn't share everything with her. And one day, after a great storm had knocked the tree over, apparently it had great regenerative powers. It would always come back. But she looked down into the hole under the roots where they were partly lifted up. And she could see blue skies, air, and birds flying. And she leaned carefully over.
And it seems she had come over here from Poland as a music major, and she was now in school, and so she was really into music. And so she's telling me, oh, I like this band, I like that band, Polish accent. I like this band, I like, but very much I like Belgium. Most favorite band is Belgium. Belgium? I mean, I don't know. Do you know Belgium? Anybody? I have never heard of Belgium. So I go home and I get on the internet. There is no Belgium. Not only is there no band called Belgium, there are no bands from Belgium. I don't think there's a musical instrument in the entire country, nothing. And I know what's going on. She's having fun with the old guy.
And they put their suitcase down, they laid it down. Instead of having it upright, which I'm accustomed to, they laid it down. I thought, well, gee, this is odd. And then they opened it up, and there was a whole bunch of snakes in there. And I thought, well, that makes sense, because you have to have the snakes lying out. Now, I would have taken a picture, but I forgot that I actually had a cell phone that took pictures, so I didn't take one. And then when I went to take a picture, this woman that was one of the people in charge of these snakes was like totally badass and saying, if you want a picture, then you're going to have to tip. Otherwise, I'm going to punch you in the face, which really is not very inviting. And trying to get people to not be afraid of snakes was to say, you better, you know, when you take a picture, tip me, or I will punch you in the face. It's not a welcome wagon, all right? It's just...
I work like wrapping cheesesteaks, and I have to pluck hot peppers like picking cotton, and it's every single pepper that I flick off the head is a fucking one more Waldo, or like people in the night come in like all drunk, you know, but most of them are relatively respectful, but the last sorry soul that has like a fucking death wish against himself, but the world first is fucking Waldo, you know what I mean? Like, Waldo is a very, like, Where's Waldo is like, a lot of skills come from that, but I'm not a big fan of the, well, no, I like it, but it's not as utilitarian and productive, the magic eye.
He said that he found himself doing guard duty out in the desert, and it was a funny thing because he was in, I didn't understand if it was a shed or whether it was some kind of trench or a tower. I didn't really get that, but it was a lookout station, and he and the guys he served with had to look out into the desert for anybody coming, and he said it was incredibly boring, but you couldn't speak because people might hear you if they were around, so they had to sit in silence and stare out at the sand and watch the sun rise and watch the sun set and look at the scrub and the insects and the heat. And he started drawing pictures because there was nothing else to do.
I was outraged at other people's incompetence, and I was disgusted by their freaking panicky reactions. I was really, really heated. And I got to the service exit of Lucky Chang's, about a third of the way down the stairs, and I looked at the cell phone. I sent off a nasty, unnecessarily nasty text, snapped it shut dramatically, put it in, and put my sunglasses on in this dark hallway, squinting as I freaking pushed them onto my head. So purposeful. Took about a half a step and plummeted down the stairs in intense pain, bashing my chin, twisting my knee, and going to the ground making this noise. The sunglasses, of course, stayed on perfectly.
As a New Yorker, a native New Yorker, you can ignore any crazy situation. That's it. If you're a native New Yorker, you could be standing on a corner waiting for a light to change, and a stranger could walk up next to you holding a severed human head. He could be wearing no pants, no underwear, rock hard dick out to here. If you're from New York, you'll just go, not my head, not my dick, not my business. Talking on the phone. This is a crazy town. If you don't believe it's a crazy town, the city of New York is giving away condoms, giving them away. The town that used to say go fuck yourself is now saying go fuck somebody. It's a lovely sentiment, I agree.
Yeah, I bet purse full of them.
Good to know.